Hey, this is Koki Pirate, and I'm uploading to Fablog. I recently saw a video called Every Young Man's Battle. It's a Christian video on the topic of pornography and masturbation, and it's a bad movie. It's unsettling for a number of reasons. I suppose the main sort of story, even though it's not, I don't know, but it follows this young teen who, he's cool. He has a motorcycle or whatever, and a nice little beard thing going. He's also a ginger, so I don't know why he cares so much about his eternal soul, but he does. He goes to this pastor and the youth group, and they read scriptures together. And in school, he has this friend who, is sleazy and watches porn and invites him to watch porn DVDs at his place because I guess that's what friends do. Don't get me wrong. I guess some friends like to watch porn and laugh together. But that it seems completely unrelated to sort of just every young man's battle against pornography and masturbation, since most of the stuff is just sort of goofing around, and it wouldn't lead to. You know what? I'm thinking way too much into this. And his friend speaks as if it's so much cooler to go to his house and watch porn with him on a Friday night as opposed to being at his own place. And the protagonist goes to his friend's house as if to watch the porn videos with him, but ultimately resolves to return with or to go to his pastor at night and read some more scriptures with him. And as innocently as it's portrayed, I think it's one of the more unsettling aspects of this sort of anti-masturbation sentiment within a lot of Christian groups. Young people need someone to talk about their sexuality and what they're going through. They need someone to talk to about this stuff with. And when you're pushing this to a pastor in a youth group, and in one of the many analogies, I think it was a football analogy. Yeah, they have all of these really weird analogies, but they talk about needing support in order to get through this because it's a battle, and you want to make it to the touchdown without you want to make a touchdown without getting hit along the way or whatever. They talk about needing support, and one, it's an environment where, as opposed to understanding that this is a part of you and something that you'll be taking with you into adulthood, they treat it as if it's something that you need to run from or contain or keep in control. It's the sinful nature inside of you as opposed to it just being you. And I'm not sure if this is the healthiest way to deal with it, but also, putting all this trust in an adult figure when it comes to sexual matters, it seems like it creates an environment where they could be taken advantage of. You know, I'm not saying that pastors would do this specifically. I guess teachers could as well. But, this lack of open dialogue and matter with this absolute trust in this, outside adult figure just makes the video seem a little unsettling. But they talk about the Civil War quite a bit, so I can imagine where this takes place. But it's like, yeah, so many young people who had all this potential lose their lives. But some people, they're going to lose their eternal souls in this battle. And, they phrase it in terms of battle, you're fighting against the sinful part of you. Did I mention the protagonist was Ginger? It seems kind of funny that he's worrying about his eternal soul, just saying. But okay, so they actually have a military tactician, but they also have a football coach talking about a bunch of different angles you can handle this from, and different commentators. And they talk about how some people lost their jobs and marriages because of masturbation, or rather pornography. Someone's watching pornography at work, and someone, who watched pornography went on to cheat on his wife or something. I forget. But the point is, they're framing it as if it's just this slippery slope, and if you masturbate, it will ultimately destroy your life. And they even got Ted Bundy to comment on this and how pornography, made him into the horrid criminal that he is. And yeah, it's funny because they have a female commentator with this sort of internalized misogyny, saying that, oh yeah, I was looking at my clothes and how I dress and how I was making some men stumble. You know, they need to try to be chaste throughout their lives, and the way I dress, you know, essentially it is making the argument that it is ultimately her responsibility, like the male sexuality, because she has to care about this, the way she appears, because it'll cause men to stumble and masturbate and destroy their lives. You know, it's a very indirect way of blaming women for rapists, actually, but it's pretty bad. Um, I don't even know what else to say. Oh yeah, they had what almost seems like commercial breaks. They talk about like these Christian bands, and I guess you know they want to get these young people who I guess are kind of cool because they're in a band and they sing about Jesus. So they want to make it seem as something other than you know a bunch of adults trying to push these unhealthy norms onto young people. And these people, you know, they've internalized that they have this sinful part of them that they're at war with, and you know they're basically it's coming from a young person, so you know it's all right, it's cool to be in this Christian crusade against pornography and masturbation. It's a bad movie. I'm gonna link it, but don't watch it, or watch it. Actually, watch it. It's horrible. Have a nice day.